Here's one of these for you.
Thank you.
One for me.
Cheers.
Cheers, Marlene.
Cheers.
Alex, Kevin, salute. Okay, folks. Some of you will be familiar with this young lady.
So young.
When I met her, she was much younger, about 50 years ago. So now, Marlene is obviously in her late 60s. Okay.
Close to.
Close to. But myself and Marlene have known each other for quite a moment. We've lived many life experiences together.
Definitely.
We have. I remember when we were young, tall, handsome.
Yeah.
That's a long time. But
it's my fault he's not tall anymore.
It's true. It's true. I shrunk. If you're not familiar with the person sitting next to me, this is Marlene Perez. Marlene's in a band called the Rhythm Shakers. She's also part of the Lookout Show and many other adventures. So, Marlena, do you want to tell everybody a little bit about your background, like as a kid and all that shit?
All that shit. Well, my shit is I'm Marlene. I grew up in Long Beach, California. I live in the LA area. That's all I'll say. I am a single mom of an 8-year-old boy here. My pride and joy. And I work full time. I mean, I have a regular 9 to 5 like anyone else. But my alter ego is a lead singer of the Rhythm Shakers and doing other side projects. Just like Reb said, the Lookout Show, some, Women of Wild type of thing.
And some session stuff, the backing vocals.
Backing vocals
shit,
for...
which Alex does as well.
Yeah.
So I just want to say at this stage, if you're a stalker and you want Marlene's address, you can just email me and I'll send you the address. Can you give me your address so we can send it to the good folks?
Sure, okay. Yeah, right now.
So I think people will be interested in why you're a singer. Like, what happened there?
I started singing when I was really young. I remember singing at the top of my lungs, and my parents would tell me to shut the fuck up.
I tell her that too.
Yeah.
I do tell her that too.
So I think as a rebellious singer, I would just sing even louder just to piss them off. But I think that kind of helped, the projection of my voice. And then, when it was a Sunday hangover, in Spanish they call it recalentadas. So it's just pretty much like the next day barbecue after the party. My dad would go, sing for your tios. So I would sing, Selena songs, and that's all I knew when I was a kid. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I progressed from there. Elementary, I was in choir. Middle school, I was in band. I was first chair clarinet, which was kind of, I don't know, it was pretty cool what I thought, but it was nerdy with the other kids.
Clarinet players are nerds. They are nerds. Yeah. There's no way around it.
And then I was in gospel choir in high school.
Okay.
But I mean, that's it. And then, kind of did little side things here and there.
But what about
after high school?
But what were you listening to? I mean, when you were like 13 or 14, like mainstream pop music, Britney or whoever?
I wasn't into Britney, no. Yeah. Actually, I discovered Billie Holiday when I was about 12. And Jackie Brenston, Ruth Brown. The jazz station would play, Sunday nights they would play a bunch of old, like 50s rock and roll, jazz, blues. And that's what I was listening to. So I would record it on the tape, on a cassette tape. And that's what I would listen to. And then, from there in middle school, high school, it just kind of blossomed into, what I was listening to in my 20s, Sun Records, I don't know. You kind of like geared towards all that.
Well, in a way, I'm more interested, and I think maybe people watching the piece might be more interested in, the rockabilly rock and roll stuff is obvious.
Yeah.
And I don't want to bore anyone when I was talking about that.
I'm boring now, so.
Well, but it's obvious, who the rock and roll influences would be. But I think it's more interesting. I mean, were you listening to Depeche Mode?
I was.
80s new wave, or
I think I started getting into 80s new wave in like my early 20s, and then going to those like Rockabilly versus 80s shows. So I don't know. I thought it was cool, and going to those shows, it was such a I don't know. There was like a connection between like 80s new wave and all that, and then the 80s rockabilly wave.
Hmm.
So it kind of like had that connection, and then you would go to the shows and go to these, dance events, and then people who had the same interests, and then they would introduce you to like other stuff, other genres, other bands that they would listen to, and then you started going to like these shows that would play like 80s style band like music and all that. So
Hmm.
it kind of like, I don't know, it kind of like pathed that way.
Well, the 80s versus rockabilly thing is a totally Californian thing. When I came
It
here,
is.
I thought that was the most bizarre shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
But
I
it
can
was
see that.
for European people or outside of California, it was very popular. The rockabilly versus 80s thing really was popular.
It was.
Yeah, so
Hmm. But I don't know. I guess the best word to describe it is lucky that I was able to do both, to
mhm.
go to a show and listen to both types of music, or, that was able to like open up that door of different genres in my eyes.
It's a good thing
Hmm.
because I think a worry for me is people pigeonholing rock and roll musicians and
Hmm.
people into one genre of music. I've never understood that. That
Right.
makes no sense. Now I remember the first time I met you was at a High Strung Ramblers party,
Yeah.
and I think it was Curtis, a cousin of Carlos and Jesse's party.
Hmm.
Yeah. But you hadn't started singing rock and roll at that stage.
No.
That came a little bit later. So
Yeah.
what happened there for the formation that was the Rhythm Shakers at the beginning?
Well, I was friends with Jesse and Carlos
Hmm.
and Curtis and all them. So I was kind of introduced to, a lot of the mutual friends that we have now. But I was about 20, 21, and I was in a band that we just did a bunch of covers. The young, aside from me at the time, the youngest member was like, I don't know, 43, 44.
Wow.
Yeah. And so we played at this local bar just for free drinks, played a bunch of covers. We didn't get paid for it. I thought it was so much fun. And I don't know, it was a good time. And then that's when I met Victor, the bass player. We met, started dating, and he heard me hum once and he goes, "You sing?" And I go, "No."
He was right.
And I go, "No." And I didn't want to like express to him, "Yeah, I'm in a band," because he was already in one of your,
Chewing the
yeah, he
Bobcats.
was in
Yeah.
in your label already. So I didn't want
And it's
to
actually
kind of,
our label. But okay. Yeah.
you know what I
I
mean.
know. I know.
So yeah, he asked me, "Do you sing?" And I go, "No." But then, we were kind of hanging out, and he goes, "What are you doing next week?" And I go, "Oh, I kind of have a show. Do you want to go?" He goes, "Sure." And that was the only time he'd ever seen me play. After that, he was very interested in starting a band. I said no, I didn't want to. That band had kind of, dissolved. But he really wanted to try something a little different, like more heavier rock and roll, not very refined.
Mhm.
Everyone knows I'm not a refined person.
It's very true.
Yeah,
It's very true.
rough around the edges, I know. But yeah, he was really pushing towards it. So I said, okay, fine, let's try it. We were hanging out at Angel's house one time, and
This is Angel Hernandez,
Angel Hernandez, our original drummer.
who at the time was in Chewing the Bobcats, Lewis and the Wildfires,
Mhm.
and I think he was in another band at the time on the label.
I can't remember. It was so long ago.
And there was a lot of bands.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. But we went to his house. He had some recording equipment already set up. And so they locked me in the bathroom, and they're like, "Okay, you're going to sing through this microphone." I had never recorded anything before in my life,
Mhm.
so it was a little scary to me. We did a couple covers. It was cool, and that's when Victor had shown you
The demos.
the demos. Yeah, put it on MySpace,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was from there. I mean, it kind of happened quick.
It did move quick.
Yeah.
Because even at that early stage, Omar was playing guitar.
Yeah.
With in the original lineup with the
Mhm.
Rhythm Shakers. So it did move quick because the first album was recorded pretty quickly from them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we wrote the songs really fast.
Yeah. And I mean, I think an important thing about the Rhythm Shakers is that the band didn't stay in the 50s.
Right.
I mean, Flipsville is a fabulous record, but let's talk about the progression since then with the Rhythm Shakers, the way we haven't stayed within the boundaries of the rocking scene of
Yeah.
the 50s. So, and that's sort of reflected in the songwriting.
Yeah. I mean, one of my top 3 favorite bands is the Cramps, as you know. I think everyone does.
Yeah.
So I've always kind of wanted to move towards that direction. And after Flipsville, I did want to, and Victor was on the same page, wanted to write more stuff that wasn't too 50s and happy and, generic. Not necessarily generic to, to say anything bad about anybody else, but we didn't want to fit in that box anymore. I didn't want to be in that box anymore. I kind of wanted to explore other sounds.
Yeah. Yeah. And that led to the second album. What's the second album called again? I can't fucking remember. What the fuck was that record called? It doesn't matter, but it did move away. The second album was very different to Flipsville.
I'm trying to think. Why am
I know what the cover looks like.
Voodoo. Shit.
Voodoo. You got it, Kev? Yeah, Voodoo.
Thanks, Kev.
So, for me, producing that record with the band, it was great that we were able to open up so wide.
Yeah.
To move away. Flipsville is still an album that, especially within the rockin' scene, people love. But you guys would have stagnated if you tried to copy that and be the same thing. So Voodoo was a much stronger record with the material, in my opinion, was stronger. Because you and Victor usually write all the stuff, yeah?
We do, yeah. I can't take the credit for any of the songwriting because he, we put in the work 50-50. I mean, although Flipsville is like the reason why we're in the scene that we're in, and as much as I appreciate it, I'm really happy that we didn't just stay in that box, that we, like, I guess, without being so pretentious, kind of blossomed from that and do what we do now.
Well, see, the funny thing is because, this is one of the Wild projects we're doing right now, and I can say this, the point of Wild Records is to try not to stay stagnant.
Right.
And we hope our bands don't stay stagnant.
Yeah.
And I think we do a good job with our bands. Our bands write good original material. So it's the progression with the Rhythm Shakers was something that I think a lot of people should look at in 50s style rock and roll bands, that you don't have to stay trying to copy the sound of the 50s.
Right.
Which
I agree.
Which is something the Shakers have done. Now, you're going to sing something today?
Yep.
Are you going to sing one song or 2 songs?
We have 2 songs prepared.
So would you like to do one of them now?
Sure.
Okay.
Let me
down
this real quick.
Marlene's going to guzzle.
I need a little liquid courage.
Marlene's going to guzzle this down, and Kevin and Alex are in the background. Kevin, of course, from the Rhythm Shakers and also the Loveless Ones. And young Alex Vargas.
Yeah.
Alex is one of the few people who gets older every day. I meant gets younger every day. So there we go. Okay, so Marlene's going to sing a song for us, and let's hope it's not shit.
Well, it is a little nerve-wracking because it's in Spanish.
Okay, and you've never spoke Spanish?
No, not a day in my life.
Okay, so do the best you can.
I will.
Bruce, cover your ears.
Ya me cansé de llorar y no amaneces. Ya no sé si maldecirte o por ti rezar. Tengo miedo de buscarte y de encontrarte. ¿Dónde me hace que quisiera mejor rajarme y arrancarme y a los clavos de mi pena. Pero mis ojos se mueren sin mirar tus ojos y mi cariño con la aurora me vuelve a esperar. Y agarraste por tu cuenta la parranda. Paloma negra, ¿dónde andarás? Ya no puedes con mi honra parrandera. Si tus caricias han de ser mías, de nadie más. Y aunque te amo con locura, ya no vuelvas. Paloma negra, eres la reja de un penal. Quiero ser libre, vivir mi vida con quien yo quiera. Dios, dame fuerzas, que estoy muriendo por irla a buscar. Y agarraste por tu cuenta la parranda. That got me nervous.
That was pretty fantastic. I want to say, though, May wasn't into it. She left. May got up and left, and Bruce got worried. But that was fantastic. You know, when we talked about doing this,
Yeah.
You know, I said to you, well, maybe we should do like a rhythm shaker song, and you said no, I don't want it that
No.
one-dimensional. You know.
Yeah, I feel like if we were to do a rhythm shaker song, I would prefer for the guys to be here, although it's like a very stripped down session. I don't like to do anything like band wise without the guys present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that, but I think what's more important is to show that your influences are not just one-dimensional, just
Right.
with rock and roll.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was fantastic. That was really good.
I think
Go
my
ahead.
parents do have a lot of influence on like the music that I listen to and the stuff that I grew up listening to. I mean, my dad plays guitar, accordion, drums, and he kind of pushed me to sing more Spanish stuff. And as much as like it would piss me off when he would be very pushy about it, like I am very like appreciative of that.
Yeah, well, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
That was a good thing. So what's happening now with the band called the Rhythm Shakers?
So right now, I'm working on a lot of lyric writing, trying to put some stuff together for the guys. It is hard because, you know,
Life.
Working my job and, you know, taking care of my kid. And it's a little challenging, but I'm trying to, even though it's taken me a long time, I am trying to put stuff together. But this year I would like to move forward with, you know, working on the new songs and possibly recording. So
Yeah, because I mean, for the label's point of view, we get a lot of people asking when's the
I know.
Rhythm Shakers record.
I know.
And
Sorry, guys.
but it's coming. I mean, was it last year we released the double 45?
Yes.
Last year.
Last year.
So I guess that the most recent release from the Rhythm Shakers was the double 45, which had again expanded everything again with the Fire of Love and the TJ Mays. What's that called? That fire song?
Calm the Fire.
Calm the Fire. Thank you again, Kev. Calm the Fire. So again, that was progression on for the Rhythm Shakers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So So we are hoping that during 26 we get a new record out there.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have the High Festival lined up in September.
We
Is it
do.
September?
Hmm.
Okay.
And then we have another show day after Valentine's Day, February 15th.
Okay. Where is that? What is that?
At the Arrow Room in
Ah,
yeah.
It's in Southern California.
Yeah, we'll definitely post it.
Okay.
You know what's funny is that we get people asking, "Where's your next show? When's your next show?" And even if it's like, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, they're like, "Oh, tell me when the next show is."
I know, yeah.
And I'm like, "Well, do you want us to play in your backyard?"
Yep.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, Southern California, February 15th.
Okay, so
Next
that's
one.
good. And then you're working on material,
Mhm.
and so we should hopefully see something later in the year.
Yeah.
You know what? While we're talking, we should talk about House of Wild, because for people that are not aware, House of Wild is an upcoming movie that features Wild recording artists. The soundtrack is Wild Records, and Mrs. Perez is probably what you would call the leading lady in the movie. So tell us about House of Wild. Tell us about the storyline and how you felt about doing
You know, even in the movie, I can't have a man because my husband died in the movie, and this is already when I'm a widow.
Well, rumors are that your husband, the wonderful Bebo, may have been murdered.
Well, that's up for speculation.
Yeah,
So.
well, let's see. Well,
It was unfortunate circumstances. I mean,
yeah, he was on the top of that building and he fell off.
I mean, there was a strong gust of wind.
It's
I
very
can't.
true. It's very true.
You
So
know?
watch out for House of Wild 2.
Yeah.
It could be
It's a murder
it could be
mystery.
a thriller. So tell us about your role and the basic storyline of the movie.
So in the movie, I'm Reina, and I'm a widow at this point. It's been some time since my husband's passed, and I have to decide whether I want to sell the venue that my husband and I built basically from the ground up. It's a venue that puts on a lot of rock and roll shows.
But the very important about the rock and roll, it's not 50s rock and roll.
No, it's not 50s rock and roll.
Punk, ska, rockabilly, golf.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the community place
the
for
underground.
non-mainstream. Yeah, non-mainstream.
Yeah. So if you think of like, I don't know, let's say a venue like Alex's Bar, it's something very similar to that. On one last huge hurrah before I decide to sell it or not.
Yeah.
So it all takes place in one night, leading up to the very end of the night up to the morning after. So it follows myself and a couple of different stories. Pretty funny. I thought it was funny. I had a lot of fun on set. So.
Yeah, and I was lucky enough to see it, I think I told you, about 2 weeks ago with a couple of the editors, including Alex was there too. And I know it upset the director when I said this, and you were there. He asked me what I thought, and I told him I was shocked. And he was disappointed, and then I explained I was shocked because it was so good. And I spent the weekend in Vegas with Aaref, and he told me, you've no idea of how much that upset me when he said it. But then I elaborated that I knew it was going to be entertaining. Come on, then. Sorry, Maymay's trying to get past.
She's
Maymay,
trying to
come.
fight somebody.
No, I think she wants to get past. She can try that. She can have a snack. Oh, she likes her games there. You know what
So
those games are?
cute.
You put snacks in them, and you have to find them.
Oh, it's cute. It's
So
like an Easter egg hunt.
So Maymay is complaining, but she is hungry. So
Girl, me too.
I seen the movie, and as I said to the director, I was shocked. And like I said, I knew it would be entertaining, but I was shocked because it was honestly so good.
I have never acted a day in my life. Sometimes I act like I care, but I don't know if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But, I did get a lot of good feedback. Kristen, the director's like Aaref's wife, at the table read, she goes, "You almost made me cry." I'm like, how? I don't know what I
You've almost
did.
made me cry on many occasions. But that's a totally different story, you know. So.
Yeah.
But the movie was very impressive, and yourself and pretty much the whole cast were great. And it's funny because I gauged the movie on when I sat down, and as you know, I never wanted to be in the movie. I was the third choice, even though my role was based on myself.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it. So I thought, I'm going to watch the movie. And I was very uncomfortable to see me.
Yeah, but who better than to play you?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But luckily, Aaref was kind enough to allow me not to have to learn any lines.
Yeah.
But so what happened was I seen myself on the screen and I thought, fuck, it's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I would be the worst. So that made me earlier on think, well, if I'm not too bad, the movie's going to be good.
Yeah.
But then your own performance, and like I said, pretty much everyone's performance was shockingly good, including yours. I mean, I think when the audience see The House of Wild, it's going to be a very pleasant surprise for people because it is so powerful.
I hope so.
It really is powerful. It is. So it was really good. So you have a second song, yeah?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. And
We have a second song.
Tell us about the song.
It's a song that was sung by Juan Gabriel. It's one of my mom's all-time favorite singers. She's one of the ones that cried when he passed, like legit cried like a family member. So it kind of
he's the artist that he passed away recently.
Yeah, I can't remember when he passed, but he passed recently. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. It has a lot of emotion behind it.
Okay. All right then. Meme, come here. Come here, baby. Come over here. Come here. Come
Let me sing to you.
Come on. Marlene's going to sing to you again.
Yes.
So let's see. So we gauge whether Marlene's doing well. If Meme leaves again, we're cutting it short.
I probably sing too loud for her precious ears.
Yeah, she's right. Okay. So what's this called? Kevin!
Why can't I remember today? What's wrong with my brain? Se me olvidó otra vez. Yeah, it's another Spanish song.
Sounds great to me. Okay, look at her looking at this. She thinks it's something to eat. Okay, so when you're ready, guys.
Probablemente ya de mí te has olvidado y mientras tanto yo te seguiré esperando. No me he querido ir para ver si algún día que tú quieras volver me encuentres todavía. Por eso aún estoy en el lugar de siempre, en la misma ciudad y con la misma gente, para que tú al volver no encuentres nada extraño y sea como ayer y nunca más dejarnos. Probablemente estoy pidiendo demasiado. Se me olvidaba que ya habíamos terminado, que nunca volverás, que nunca me quisiste. Se me olvidó otra vez que solo yo te quise. Por eso aún estoy en el lugar de siempre, en la misma ciudad y con la misma gente, para que tú al volver no encuentres nada extraño y sea como ayer y nunca más dejarnos. Probablemente estoy viviendo demasiado. Se me olvidaba que ya habíamos terminado, que nunca volverás, que nunca me quisiste. Se me olvidó otra vez que solo yo te quise. Sorry. That got me a little emotional.
That's because you sing from the heart. That's beautiful. It's really beautiful. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Alex. That was fabulous.
Thank
you. Really great. That was beautiful. That was really great.
Thank you.
Yeah?
Ooh, good thing I brought my eyelash glue.
That was really beautiful. So, yeah, I think it's good for people to see the range of emotion and vocals that you have. So
Yeah.
it was wonderful,
Thank
really
you.
wonderful. Unfortunately, there was a distraction with Mary trying to eat the microphone, but what do we do? What do we do? She still wants to eat the microphone. Have a smell. I'm trying to let her smell it so she knows there's nothing to eat. So that was really good. So apart from the rhythm shaker stuff, and we have talked about doing the Women of Wild album.
Yeah.
And we are trying to put together a lookout again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just tell people about the lookout show, because I think that was something a little bit different.
Honestly, I thought it was cool. It was just showcase with different musicians, not only on the Wild label, but friends, acquaintances, people who genuinely have talent that are in our kind of circle, I guess.
Yeah.
Pick different songs, something that they usually wouldn't do. I know some of the songs that I've sang, I would never do with the Rhythm Shakers, which, not to say that it's not worth doing, but I think it's always great to try to expand to other horizons and, dip your foot into different genres, which I did with the Lookout show. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I think it's great. It's a lot of fun. And it's a ton of different people, different music in one night. You don't really see that anymore.
No, I mean, the idea was that it would be a rhythm and blues soul review.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it was great.
Yeah.
And with the intention is to do an album and another show, and we're talking with a casino in Palm Springs actually about a lookout show. So
hopefully
we'll
soon.
See what happens there.
Yeah.
So I think that was about it.
Yeah.
It was really, really good.
Yeah, my life's pretty boring now, other than, my kid. But yeah, that's all I've been doing. Just hanging out, being a mom.
And
that's it.
That's a good thing. Thank you, Marlene.
Thank you, Reb.
Thank you, Kevin.
It.
Thank you, Alex. Much appreciated.
Kevin, Alex, I love you guys.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, I've legit known him for like half of my life now.
Who, Kevin O'Leary?
Well, Kevin, I met I'm gonna say 15 years ago, maybe more now. Has it been 15 years? Yeah, well then, yeah, we met 15 years ago. Alex, I met
1926, 27.
Yeah.
And at the time, Alex had just retired from his job. So it's been a few years,
Yeah, I think I met Alex when I was 17.
Wow, and you're 72?
Yeah, almost there.
So it's 60 years ago?
Well, you know what? It would be an honor to get that old one day, so.
Well, let's hope we all make it that far.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Marlene.
Thank you, Reb.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you, guys.
That's it. Done. Do you want to eat this now? You motherfucking pain in the arse?